Day two of the College World Series is in the books. After an exciting day on Friday, the right side of the bracket gets going on Saturday. SEC haters look away because this is the SEC side of the bracket. Alabama and Oklahoma, and then Georgia and Texas. Neither of these games were as close as the games on Friday, but each one did feature a very stellar pitching performance. It started with Oklahoma. Ford Rager, freshman left-hander, gets the start. I'm already on the record talking about this start from Rager. 7 scoreless innings. The first 4 were no-hit innings. Finishes with just 3 hits allowed, 8 total strikeouts. It was a career high in innings, tied a career high in strikeouts. Probably could have went on to finish the game himself, but Oklahoma is likely going to need him in some way, shape, or form later in the week, depending on how the rest of the tournament shakes out for them. So it was probably safe to go to the bullpen with Rager throwing a career high in innings to that point. Offensively, it was a group effort. All hitters but one hit safely in this game for Oklahoma. Dayton LaChance, Jackson Willits, and Dason Hill all come through with multi-hit games. Dayton LaChance rolls his ankle in the first inning of the game. Looks like he's going to have to come out of the game. Can barely walk on that foot, but stays in the game at catcher. Catches the entire game, and then not only catches the entire game, but he also delivers 2 hits, one of which was a home run that put Oklahoma up by a score of 5-0 in the 6th. He kind of Kirk Gibson's his way around the bases, just limping on that foot, and then comes through with another hit later. Gutsy performance by LaChance. Hopefully he gets that ankle healthy for the rest of the tournament. Oklahoma continues rolling. They had a underwhelming end to the regular season, but they're 7-1 thus far in the tournament, have had the toughest path to Omaha, but have just continued to play well at every stop. They'll get their biggest test against Georgia on Monday night. Speaking of Georgia, they take on Texas on Saturday night in their opener. To this point in the season, it has been all about the bats for Georgia. But on Saturday, it was about the pitching. Joey Volchko, Georgia's Friday night ace, comes through with the complete game, his first complete game of his career. A career high 15 strikeouts, just 1 walk on Georgia's way to their 7-1 win over Texas. Joey Volchko admittedly was a pitcher I was skeptical of coming into this start. This is a pitcher that has been tough to forecast on a start-to-start basis because he has often had a hard time finding the strike zone. Left-handed hitters hit off of him really well. He was coming off of a tough start against Mississippi State. Now he has to face the best lineup in Omaha, not named the Georgia Bulldogs, in Texas. And it's just the biggest start of his career on the biggest stage. So I saw a lot more things going wrong in the start for Volchko than I saw things going right. And man, I couldn't have been more wrong, and I'm happy to say I couldn't have been more wrong because I love when guys like this just rise to the occasion and just deliver career performances on the biggest stage. His 15 strikeouts was a program record, the most strikeouts by a Georgia pitcher in Omaha. His advanced breaking stuff was on display all night, routinely spinning curveballs and sliders over 3,000 RPMs, throwing that cut ride fastball, locating at the top of the zone. Texas hitters just had no answer for him. It was just an absolute masterclass in pitching. On the offensive side, it was somewhat of an interesting night for Georgia. They do put up the 7 runs, but only 3 Georgia hitters hit safely in this one. Dylan Volantis was on the mound for Texas, their Friday night ace. The first inning couldn't have gone any worse for Texas. Georgia's Ryan Lujo tags him for a 2-run home run with 1 out in the first inning. Then you have a very rare pair of errors for Texas. You have 2 drop third strikes that Carson Tenney throws away at first base that allows 2 more runs to come home after the Lujo home run. So Georgia goes up 4-0 in the first inning. Volantis has to throw more than 40 pitches. Not a great recipe for success for Texas, considering Georgia's going to score runs whether you gift the runs to them or not. Looked like Texas was going to have to go to their bullpen early. But shout out to Dylan Volantis. He ends up getting into the 7th inning. After that first inning, he really settles in. Held Georgia scoreless up until that 7th inning. He's probably left in a little too long, but he was cruising up to that point. He finishes with 6 1/3 innings. 7 runs do come around while he's on the mound, but only 2 of them were earned. He only walked 1, only gave up 4 hits, also came through with 9 strikeouts. Considering the first inning he had to pitch through, it was a very impressive outing for Volantis. Kept Texas in the game. This is a Texas lineup that easily could have climbed back into this one, but unfortunately for the Longhorns, Joey Volchko delivered the best game of his life, and they had no answer for him. So Georgia comes away with this one, winning 7-1. Moving on to the winner's bracket, where they'll take on Oklahoma on Monday night. Texas drops in the loser's bracket. They'll take on Alabama on Monday afternoon. Tomorrow, we flip back to the left side of the bracket. West Virginia and North Carolina in the winner's bracket on Sunday night. Troy and Ole Miss in the first elimination game of the tournament on Sunday afternoon. Looking forward to the rest of the tournament. It's been great so far.